Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here on Monday for Retro Monday OVAdrive. Yay! We're going to watch Dallos, the first OVA, or heralded as such. Also, potentially the first animated direct-to-video release ever. Also, historically, pretty interesting because it's conceptualized, scripted, and co-directed, although he's not credited, by Hisayuki Toriumi. Hisayuki Toriumi would go on to direct Area 88 in just a short period of time, and Bow, the Hirohiko Araki story that precedes JoJo's, which we watched the OVA for a little while ago. It's also co-directed and actually credited as the near directorial debut. He had been working on your Urusei Yatsura stuff, but some sources have said that he was very constrained and not able to actually express himself during the Urusei Yatsura stuff. One very famous Mamoru Oshii, you know, the Ghost in the Shell and Pot Labor 2 and Angel's Egg guy. You know, that guy who's really good at things and makes good shows. He has the quite interesting accolade of being the director of the first OVA, and we have the interesting position of being able to pull it up and watch it because we preserve our media, and this thing that's like 40 years old is available to us. God, it is almost 40 years old. It came out in 1983. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is an old piece of media. And I'm excited to watch it. It's going to be hand cell animated. It's going to probably be janky in a lot of ways, and that's totally fine with me. I've heard that the story present in this takes place on the moon, and so we are going to the moon. I've also heard that it is related in some ways, or people have drawn ties between it, and a book that I really love called The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, which I think is a Heinlein novel. Let me double check. If it's not a Heinlein novel, then my mind is blown. Heinlein, Moon. Yeah, Robert A. Heinlein. Lunar colonies revolt against absentee rule from Earth. Deals with libertarian ideals a lot. Yeah, they're Lunarians, they're moon people, and he finds a supercomputer named Max, is what I remember from Moon is a Harsh Mistress, and Max helps them organize a plot to, like they end up threatening Earth for some reason and getting their own freedom in doing so. Cool. I don't know what's going to go down in this one, but I expect, given that it's Mamoru Oshii, that there will be interesting political and philosophical stuff present. It might not be the deepest ever. It might be kind of straightforward. It might be kind of mediocre and maybe poorly iterated upon because this is the first, right? And so there isn't a lot of history here to be going off of. I assume that the people who made this thing didn't know if a direct-to-video animated release would do well and would do anything, and I don't know if it did do well. So we're looking at an interesting time capsule, a strange piece of history where I think that the people creating it wouldn't have known if it was viable and would have been trying to do something partly for their own passions and partly to prove themselves and prove what they were capable of doing in a medium and a form of expression that hadn't really been pursued before this point. There had been long-form animated film, and there had been short-form animated TV, and there had never really been OVAs in the way that there will be and would be for the next forever. And that's really interesting. So let's go ahead and jump in to this piece of interesting history and watch ourselves episode 1 of Dallos. We got 30 minutes of content to go. I've got the orphan versions of Dallos, which are in 720p. I hope that they're good. If they're not, let me know as soon as possible, and I will switch as soon as possible. There are 4 episodes total. We're probably going to do 1 episode today. Maybe we'll do 2 episodes next week, and then the last episode the week after. Something like that. Maybe I'll watch all 3 next week, but probably it'll be only 1 for this week, because I want to get introduced to a new world, and I want to talk about all the things that are different about this anime, you know, and see what we see, and find out what we find out. And that should be really fun. So, here we go for Dallos. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. Picture-in-picture version available in the description. Timer on YouTube. Beep beep timer to count you down. And let's get into it. Okay. It's a cool opening. What are we looking at? Is this a face? Or is this the moon colony, or is this like a weird artifact? Is this Dallos? Is what I'm asking. Because it's a face with eyes, right? Some sort of alien artifact, maybe? with a sort of a Geiger-esque design, right? Alien style. That's fully a weird face. Hidden in a... Yeah. Okay. Not a moon colony. Interesting. Ah. Increasing population and declining resources by developing the moon. The stained and polluted Earth to recover and its people to flourish. However, they are enduring serious hardships. Remember Bartholomew. Hold on. I can still see. I'm seeing on the other screen. I think these episodes might be out of order, but they're in release order, so it's fine. I just don't know. I can't help it. Oh, he's got a... They've all got these bands. Dogu. Hey, they look good. They look pretty good. Dotto. Ew. Whoa. Whoa. They can get his face? ID ring. Is that what that is? Dog McCoy. Okay, we got police fighter things. Wow, those look great. Look at the shadows. Doggies. Shotguns. Not good. Wow. They're just letting these Germans run. Those are good looking Germans too. It's a lot of good looking dogs. What a great scene. It's well made. It doesn't look jank at all. Not so far. Okay, this idea, this feeling of a police state. Yeah, and you can't get away because you got those ring codes on. Whoa. Okay, so far the police haven't hurt anybody directly. Wow, these ships look awesome. What? Full background animated. All these people are moving. I know they're just little shapes, but they're all moving. Yeah, hey, we're in trouble. What do we do? These tunnel sequences that are fully background animated are awesome. What's the play, guys? What's the plan? Oh, they're running immediately. Debuggers. Instead of cops, they're debuggers? Wow, that looks great. Oh, just swap a train. Oh, they got right back on! What? That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. What? They're flying chicken walkers? Is that a 3-piece machine gun? And they're not there. Because they tricked them. Yeah, have you got them yet? Nani? Whoa. They just fold up. That's so cool. Never did I think a 40-year-old show would have a new piece of sci-fi that I'd never seen before. It would be like, that's neat. That makes, okay, cool. All right, dilapidation and destruction of mostly machinery. Construction machinery? Hello, doggy. Oh, hi. You're a character? Booty. Sorry. Who is this guy? Is he a cop? Oh, good doggy. That's more like a Pokemon than a dog. Holy shit, they're just going for him. Whoa! Whoa, whoa! This is exciting! He's so strong! He just threw this guy like 30 feet! I guess it's the moon. Those things must get really annoying to keep luscious. Just the sideburns. Hello, coppers. And he's already dealt with it. Ah. Okay. Debug Monopolis. Okay. Whatever, man. Kind of snarky. Bartholomew himself, right? Oh, no, Dog McCoy. Right, of course. No, they said remember Bartholomew. Oh, this is Monopolis. Monopolis. Good luck. He seems like he knows what's up. Dog McCoy. All these dogs look really good. How did these guys feel about the overly competent Captain Alex? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. He doesn't know nothing. Caspa? Is that an organization? The Caspa? Ooh, fun shot. Cool ethereal synths. Who's this? Is this our main character? Shun. And his girlfriend? Or girlfriend to be. Love interest. Hello. Rachel. Oh, this guy's gonna die. Wait, is that dog? Is Quota? No, that's not dog. Quota? One of them machine fiddler protagonists, I see. I see. Gramps checking her out. What are you doing, Gramps? Oh, yeah. Yeah. He seems like a teenager. He seems like he's getting there. Oh, shit. My guy. Is that... brother? His other son? And she's the auntie, so... Okay. Got it. So she's Tatsuya's son? She's Tatsuya's daughter. Oh, hey, why isn't this boy paying attention to me instead of his stupid machines? Hey, you really like these machine things as it goes. Is clueless. Hey, look. I fixed it. Whatever. Why aren't you talking to me? Just talk to me. Uh-huh. Huh? Whoa! Hi, doggy. Are you our level 1 encounter? Nope. Oh, shit. Get shooting that robot claw. Let's go. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh, God. Whoa. That was quick. Oh, wow. And he steps back from it like, what have I done? Oh, shit. You're right. Oh, shit. Hey, we were being attacked, but what do you say? Just a grabber arm. Oh my god, he's here. Oh, what? Okay, that's dog. Yeah. Mining machines turn into weapons. Oh, it is now. Didn't mean to. But now you're in this, right? You just oopsied and now you're in this. Oh, later. He's just gonna take it. Oh. Okay. That's a weird transition to peaceful times. What? This is gorgeous. For hand cell done, this fountain is gorgeous. These birds are gorgeous. Again, man. Huh? He's so clueless. Baka, indeed. Oh, what's this? It's a space station. Gramps, come on. I love the embarrassing grandfather who's like, go on a date. Go, now, go. Is like handing him condoms behind the back. Here, you need these. Here, it's important. Just so supportive. Oh, shit. This is the important lady. Yeah, this has got to be the important lady. She's built after the Ginga Tetsudo 999 with the curly hairs, the Ojo-sama hair. Melinda. Whoa. What the fuck? Everybody starts running. Oh, we're split in the crowd. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, they're just handcuffing randos. Lol, no. Uh-huh. Yeah, no record. Of course it is. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think so. The Bartholomew incident. It's his brother. And Tatsuya is the one who they were talking about before. Well, that's well set up. That's well established, and we're doing a flashback. That was a cool cut, too. All these characters are arranged in 3 dimensions throughout that train. That took an immense time. Oh my god, that took an immense amount of time. And they chose to, like, sepia tone the entire thing? That's cool. That's super cool. Hi, doggy. Hi, Geronimo. Aw, and it was your brother. Whoa. And therefore, I suspect you. Take him to away to where? A jail cell. Fuck. So you're not wrongfully imprisoned. Oh, the squad is here. So this is, we've already run into their leader. Is she here to beg for the safety of the moon? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's about you, bro. Oh, they're brother and sister. He's a hate sink now. He's our villain. He's our harsh leader. But he's got justice behind him. He's got a cause. Yeah, he believes. Very bad. Okay, right. Nobody is there. Martial law, vigilante justice. Looks like we're getting broken out. Boom. Oh, he made a bigger version of the same machine. Whoa, that cut is nasty. Dude, he made a way cooler version. What the fuck? It's all thanks to... Wait. Who's that? Wait a second. That cut was great. That little panning shot with all the people running by, that was great. Huh. Well. Well, shit. I guess we failed. Oof. Not your fault, dude. Oh. Spooky. Hi, folks. I don't think he can go home. He's now a vigilante. No, they broke me out. Oops. We were friends. Yeah, don't bring that shit up. So now you're gonna... Yeah, now you're gonna rope his little brother into your death plot, and you're gonna get another one of our family killed? I don't like that. I believe it. Of course. Fun. Straightforward, but fun. He's going to. Whoa. What are you running from? Wow, very cool. God, Oshi is already a genius. That was it. Yeah. Running to, not from. Hug. Hooyah! Power armor. Hooah! So fun. Okay. What is he going to show her? From on high. That's cool. So many cool little technological things that make this feel right. The orb. All these hand-done spaceship shots are so good looking. Oh my god. Mining colony, of course. Natural resources. And there's the similar loader arm. Whoa! Okay, so we do have... Yep. I wonder if we're going to use that in the same way we do in Moon is a Harsh Mistress. Oh shit, there it is. There's the unknown thing. And nobody knows about it? Who knows about it? There's a fucking alien relic there, dog. There's a fucking alien relic on the moon and y'all haven't fucked with it at all? What? I'm sorry, they created? What are you talking about? How? How did they create that? Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you kill lots of people by doing this. Ha! Of course. Definitely not unions, though. No unions. Oversight, Iron Fist, no unions. Holy shit, he's here! Dog is already here? What the fuck? They planned this? That's so sick! Mining equipment is a weapon. They're gonna kidnap Melinda. Whoa! Pew, 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 pew. They're going the wrong direction. They dragged a spaceship to the planet. What? Oh my god. I don't think they're trying to capture them. They're trying to kill them. Whoa. Yeah, you got wrecked, kid. You're done for. Let's go, Melinda. Escape pod. Oh. Got yourself a nice super suit. Wow, they put a lot of effort into dragging through the like paper thin metal of these ships. That's so fun. Whoa! Whoa! Oh god! He exploded in his suit. Oh, I guess he wasn't fully pressurized yet. Don't look. Is she gonna be waverier? Whoa. Wow, he's... Oh my god! Got him. Yoink. Melinda! So now we have a perfect justified motivation for the seeming bad guy. Honey? Whoa! Zoom! It's so fast! Whoa! Why is it shooting at him? I don't even know. It's cool, though. This is fun. What is he gonna do about it? He's melee. Whoa. Bad aim. Thank God. Wow, that screech is crazy. Where are you going, dude? The way it sort of swings and dips. It's kind of fun. Okay. Climb to the top of a mountain. Oh shit, is he gonna try to do something ridiculous? Is he gonna try to jump into that? Come on. Come on, man, no. How fast is this machine anyway? It's not that fast. Oh shit, he's ejecting! Fuck off. I mean, I guess it's low gravity. I'll buy it, I don't care. That's fun as hell. Is it the dumbest thing I've ever seen? Maybe. Oh, he just actively killed 2 people. At least. Oh. You're one of us now, kid. Yeah, they need a mechanic. Turn all these machines into fucking weapons. Take over your own city, man. Okay. Yeah. The suit that he was wearing before. And the girl. Hi, pretty lady. This could go badly. Please don't make this go badly. I am. Mhm. We want some rights. We'd like some rights, please. Can we have some rights, please? Yeah, we're all ID tagged. Hey, there you go. Oh. Everyone chill. Yep. Fists in the air. The always. Remember the Alamo. Or, not really the Alamo, but, similar idea. And yet it is ruled by Earth. It's the dark side. They don't even see it. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Episode 2, Dallos, Demo. Okay, nope. Hey! So, we just finished watching the first thing of Dallos, Remember Bartholomew, and it was great! I thought it was really good! I thought it was really good. Kind of shockingly, maybe in a way that I shouldn't have been shocked by, but Mamoru Oshii tells a story fantastically. Okay, I want to look at that Latin phrase that he uses. Alia iacta est. He doesn't obviously use it in Japanese, but I want to know. The die is cast. Oh. Ooh. So the cat's out of the bag. The die is cast. The beginning has happened. Okay, so it definitely follows some of the elements of Moon as a Harsh Mistress, this idea of a downtrodden society on a moon, a colonial society. This is a colonial story. This is the story, in many ways, the story of or the heroic legend of America. America is a new world colony created by an existing empire, the empire that exists, though it has no real stake in the things going on for the people in the new colony. taxes them heavily and treats them as second-class citizens and utilizes them and doesn't give anything back, doesn't represent them politically, doesn't listen to their demands, doesn't care about them at all, and so there is a rebellion brewing. Perfect. It's a realistic thing that really happens in colonial societies constantly, and especially the greater the distance or perceived distance between the colonizer and the colony, the greater the likelihood or ability that that colony has to form its own foundational like ecosystem and myths and legends that all lead to its own culture that is different and distinct from the other culture, and that breeds immense resentment because why are these outsiders taking over us? Why are they doing this? The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, as a Heinlein book, is a great example of this. I've also mentioned this another time, I think on OVAdrive as a series, but Kim Stanley Robinson's Mars trilogy, Red Mars, Blue Mars, Red Mars, Green Mars, Blue Mars, Green Mars. I think that's the order. Red Mars, Blue Mars, Green Mars. That Mars trilogy is the same type of story. Humans from Earth go and colonize Mars. Mars begins to become a burgeoning ecosystem because it's this scientifically founded meritocratic society, but Earth tries to rule over Mars because Earth keeps collapsing in the background and just wants all of the resources that they can get from Mars, and the Martian people are their own people now. The colonizers wanted to take over this land for their own benefit, and they don't think about the fact that the people who get raised in this new land are no longer loyal to the colonizer. They're no longer loyal to that previous society. They're not members of it. They're members of a new culture, and they're going to grow up wondering why these people across the sea, or in this case, across the sea of stars, are taking power over them. Why is it that all of the work I do goes to feed somebody on a different planet instead of even, it's one thing to be in a workaday job and be doing work and seeing that your work gets taken from you, but at least the work that gets taken from you is taken by somebody that you know, as opposed to being taken by somebody who you don't even see. You don't even see where it goes. You don't even see what it's used for. You have no idea. It's nothing. The resentment that you hold is toward this ethereal other, this literal other that's on the other side of not a mountain range, not a sea, but space. It's hundreds of thousands of miles away. So why are you giving all your stuff to them? Why isn't all this being used to make the moon better? The moon is where we live. The moon is what we care about. Why aren't we being treated like people? And that is a thing that's really well set up over the course of the thing. How are these civilian citizens of the moon being treated? We have this whole okay, we'll go through the episode in order now. So I think the general ideas present are an obvious ripoff of The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, and that's fine by me. It's a good story. I think it's a good story, and I'm okay with it. I think that classic colonial narrative and the conservative libertarian ideas that are present in it is an effective one for getting those ideals passed. Those ideals don't work in every circumstance by any stretch of the imagination, but they do work in specific circumstances, and they work in this one, and they work in Moon is a Harsh Mistress, and they work in Kim Stanley Robinson's Mars trilogy. Great. Awesome. People should be able to experience the fruits of their labors to some extent. I think that's a valid thing to say. It has ramifications that are maybe less valid and more difficult to justify, but that's fine. So we get all these opening sequence shots of this big face, like floating in space, being weird. These remind me a little bit of like the obelisk in 2001 sort of thing. That kind of idea, but I don't really know what they're going for specifically here. It's just fun. I do think that the design of the obelisk itself is alien looking. Clearly alien looking, right? It looks like an H.P. Geiger design of something. Also, when did Alien come out? It was 1979, right? Alien, the movie, 1979, and Alien 2, 1980. Alien 2 on Earth is 1980, and Aliens is 1986. So Alien, the original one, would have been out a few years before this film came out. So the ideas and the design work of H.P. Geiger in a space setting are very workable. Also, this idea of like using loaders and machinery as weaponry, the idea of the big loader arm that's a big grappling arm and crushing a thing with it is very much the end sequence of the film Alien, when Ripley's in her big loader mech and she uses that, which has been established early in the film, to fight off the big monster and protect and save the day, right? That's an idea that I think is present in the background here. It's part of a zeitgeist. This OVA so far feels like it's part of a zeitgeist. Okay, so we get this text scroll. It's not translating for some reason. Okay, there it goes. So if I skip through it, it's just the subs are going to break, and that's totally fine. We understand the concepts in the text scroll. I actually don't even think the text scroll is terribly necessary here. It sets up that we're on the moon and the Earth is taking control over it, and it's sort of authoritarian and stuff. But then in the next scene, we see, instead of telling, we show all of those things, and we can infer them from the visual elements, from what's going on. For example, there's this police UFO, right? It's legit a big old UFO thing that floats around and uses sensors to determine where bad guys are. And then there's this element present that's very clearly present and very clearly interesting. First off, their surveillance technology, their infrared scanners and stuff are good enough that they can essentially match to a person. But more importantly, if they can locate you, they can check your tag. You've got like an NFC, like a near field communication tag in your headband thing that is your ID tag and lets you to some extent be tracked. You don't tag an entire population of people unless you want to treat them as slaves. You don't do it. There's no reason to. There's no reason. There's no reason. The most altruistic reason that humans tag creatures or other people, let alone other people, the most altruistic reason that humans tag creatures with chips like this is people tagging their dogs and cats so that if they go and get lost, they come back to their owner. Isn't there something inherently a little messed up about doing that to a human? You're not their owner, are you? But it seems like, according to the government of this place, you are. They're owned populations, essentially. They're not free. They are under your thumb. Quite legitimately, quite seriously, quite directly. And that's pretty fucking interesting. Okay, wanted criminal, leader of the extremists. Got 4 other ring codes, figured out who they are. Zoom, zoom, send out the fucking police fighters. And the music kicks in. It's super good music, too. All of it is. The police fighters look awesome. They look really cool. And we see them just land normally. They don't reveal the leg thing that they can do. But this whole piece of animation, it's on mixed, like, 2s and 3s. And it's really smooth feeling, partly because of the shadows down below. Those look really good to me. And these dogs look great, too. The characters flow really well. I expected really janky character animation. I was utterly wrong. Not only is it not janky, it's above par. It's solidly above par. Multiple characters in wide frames moving at the same time. In believable fashion. Dogs running. Depth of field, right? Foreshortened dogs. These are foreshortened dogs. They're running toward us. They're not walking across the screen in a walk cycle. Whoever knew how to draw these knows how to draw dogs and knows how to draw them from any angle and knows how to draw them doing anything. When they leap out of the vehicles, their bodies elongate and their legs reach forward and their back legs reach back in the way that dogs actually do. Whoever did this studied dogs. They studied how to draw them. In fact, they studied German Shepherds in particular. Because these dogs have their back legs are a little shorter, their butts are tucked under in the way that a classic purebred German Shepherd police dog is. This is what they look like, mostly. Now, the coloration on them is a little blocky because we've only got so many layers of color that we're able to do in the apparently inordinate amount of time we spent drawing dogs. Because there's a lot of money and time put into drawing these dogs and making them look good. And that's why I'm spending time on it, is because it's obvious that they did. And that's interesting. Isn't that interesting? They put money and effort into their dogs to make them look good, to make them look believable, and to make them look scary. The way they're snurfling the ground and sort of stop, move, stop, move, stop, move through, amazing. The way they all turn at once to the whistle, perk up with their ears and begin running off. Vroom. And off they go. And we reverse the scene. We draw the whole scene again in a different direction. Everybody running. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. I actually really like this. Look at these cool... These are kind of unique. I don't think I've ever seen this particular technique used. Look at these shadows under particularly these two guys, the two blue figures in the background. Every time they step, their shadow becomes like a little U, like a little Nike swoosh. and then goes back, and it indicates the shadows of their legs and the shadows of their body, but because of the angle of the sun, it's all foreshortened and like smashed together, so it just creates these calm little U's that run between their legs. But it looks good. It looks great, actually. It adds a ton to the flow of those characters running. You know, we see these ships move around, and we see them change their angle as they move past us constantly. This stuff is bullshit. That stuff is bullshit to do that. You know how many shows on OVAdrive we've watched where ships are a still frame that sort of goes across the screen? Do you know how many? Almost all of them. Almost all of them. Often in Dirty Pair, often that's what's going on. Ships moving at angles and swooshes and sweeps and changing the perspective subtly on the lines of the ship so that it feels three-dimensional, and all of the shading on it, redrawing the entire thing completely for a 1 second scene where they just swoosh. Like, we don't need this, right? They can get into their ships, the ships can take off, and we can cut to the next place. Zoom, 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 wipe, cut, next place. Don't go here. Don't show the ships flying. It's too much work. Don't do it. Nope, we do it. And then we draw these scenes of these ships following people around, using these big cameras evocative of helicopter cameras, searching out wanted fugitives in a city environment, in an urban environment. You know, we see on the news, we see footage from these all the time. It's real, it's right. Is it the future? Yes. Does it work the same way as the present? Absolutely it does. That's awesome. That's awesome. But it's a great way of showing this police state, of showing what's really going on here. You can't get away. They have wanted ring codes. They can be found. They can be found through walls. They can be found through trains. They will be found from the sky. They will be chased down, and they will be apprehended, and there's no escape. Whether you are really a criminal or not. That's the scary part, right? That's the scary part, right? Oh, they've got wanted ring codes. Why? What have they done necessarily? Well, they're eco-terrorists, and they are terrorists, absolutely. They are rebels. They're treasonous. But then we turn that policy, we turn our way of doing things on somebody who's just tangentially related to the things present, and it gets a little bit scarier, right? It's also, you know, we don't see cops shooting into a crowd or fucking people up, but they don't show much regard for the people that they're swooshing past. They're swooshing through all these areas. They might cause car crashes by doing this stuff. It's pretty interesting. They could be in the subway. Look, this cut. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good. It's so good. Big, crazy background animated shot. Like, that's dangerous, right? They're really putting civilians in danger constantly. Okay, we move forward. We know how this scene plays out. The train looks awesome. Oh, it's the flashback of the train that's really cool. They all get off. This thing pops down, and we see for the first time the robot walkers. They all run and get back on. Okay, this is so rad. The train zooms away. This hovering thing, zoop, zoop, animated great. Looks cool. The idea, though, is it even practical? I don't care. I don't care one bit. I think it's rad. I think it's a rad idea to have a transforming police walker flybot zoom zoom. It's so cool. And we get to see that they all can do it. And they all do it. And they're all walking around. And they're terrifying. They didn't get off here? Crazy. And we see them zip it up and fly away. Back on the chase again. So cool. And they make their way out here and are found by Alex, who immediately is exerting coercive control over his dog. This is great characterization, right? He's staring off into the distance, and he's like, Geronimo, no, I am the one in power. I am the one in control. Everything about him says that. His body type and shape and form is very, very heroic, actually. This is a paladin of justice in many ways, right? I believe in myself and my goals, and everything I'm doing is righteous and just. I'm going to quote Brendan Lee Mulligan here. Never trust a motherfucker with a cause. Never trust a motherfucker with a cause, because a cause can justify anything. Anything. And if you combine a motherfucker with a cause and a motherfucker with power and a cause, oh, buddy, that's a problem. Because whoever's on the outside of their in-group, whoever is outside the circle of the cause that they're looking for, anyone who dissents is now unjust, unrighteous, heretical, right? Is against progress, is against the whatever their cause is. And in his case, his cause is order, right? I think so. I think his cause is order. That's a classic one. It's a classic, legitimate good. Order is legitimately good, to an extent. Order is necessary for a functioning civilization. But order imposed without consent, especially, that is authoritarian. It's dictatorial. It's not right. It's wrong. But it is the kind of cause that can justify anything. And that makes Alex very scary, because he's a motherfucker with a cause. You scumbags, you're on the out. You're a criminal. He has no compunctions about doing anything to you, because you're on the out, you're a criminal. Geronimo, stay. And he's got that control over Geronimo, right? It's also an indicator, right? Geronimo's his attack dog and protector and friend, and he tells Geronimo he doesn't need his help right now. He's got it. So he takes down these 4 peeps, and it's really cool. It's got a cool fight scene. He grabs his arm, breaks his arm, smashes him in the back of the head. Boom! Wham, boom, bam! Flying roundhouse kick. Bam, boom, bang, boom! Fully lifts up the biggest guy in the group with one hand. Ha ha! I am a hero! I am a heroic badass. But what he's doing is inflicting pain. So it's anti-heroic. Good stuff. And he throws him like 30 feet because it's the moon. We have to remind ourselves that it's the moon. Very good. So, sorry, excuse me. What are you doing here? Well, I'm doing it. You debuggers are so useless. I love the word debugger for police. It's pretty cool, implying that people who are against the system are bugs in the system that need to be squashed. It's also highly authoritarian, right? Police serve and protect. Debuggers remove threats. There's a difference, right? Absolutely. Debuggers are hunters of bugs. And that implies, even in the computing context, it implies that the problems are bugs to be squashed, are just irrelevant. And it dehumanizes them further, doesn't it? Pretty interesting. I also am curious, do any of these debuggers have the things? Are they moonborn, or are they all earthborn brought here to be assholes? He's the our main character is 3rd generation moonborn, right? So, like, why would people ship out from Earth to be guards here and grow families here and that kind of stuff? Maybe just for the thrill of power? Oh well, it's just something that we can guess at. All right, we'll capture him, and we hear exactly what all these people think about him. There's a layered hierarchy of like how much you know about the stuff here. Even the police who are present here think that Alex is overstepping by using his authority in their place, even though he's doing the same thing that they would be doing, right? He's an outsider, even among the police who are outsiders. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. And he's either unaware of it or uncaring. It's the Kasbah. I don't know what that means. I'm going to Google it, see if it's a word that comes up. I'm unclear, but Kasbah means citadel, and it means in particular the citadel of Algiers in Algeria and the traditional quarter around it. So Site 3 or Area 3 or whatever is the traditional center. It's the most moony of the moon places. Cut to main character boy. He's the main character boy, and he's fiddling with stuff. I mean, Amuro Ray, Camille. I guess Camille wasn't fiddling with stuff at first, but fucking dude from Fate with the hair, Emiya, Shiro. Lots and lots of Build-A-Boys are main characters because they build things and things are cool. And their ability to construct things is thematically relevant, especially in the context of a progress versus authority or a authority versus the potential of the individual human sort of situation. When we demonstrate that an individual human working on his own can develop something intriguing, and then we can use that development in order to forward the goals of individualism and humanity, that works great for an individual protagonist type of character. It's something that's inherent about the character that seems doable to anybody and feels relatable. It's not that this character is inherently the smartest guy in the world or the best strategic tactician that we've ever seen or anything like that. He just likes fiddling with mecha stuff and making it better. He likes taking broken things and making them not broken, or taking things that exist and using them, repurposing them for different pieces. Fiddling and tinkering is a great way to build a character like this. It's neutral. The building of things is neutral until it's turned to a purpose, right? And so that's exactly what a main character who builds things reads to me as in an archetypal sense. They're a person who has this talent that they haven't applied to a specific purpose yet because they don't have a reason. They don't have a cause yet. But they will eventually when someone else's, mainly the antagonist's cause, intersects with theirs and they collide. And that's exactly what happens here, right? It is the existence of Alex's cause that forces this guy into his role. Right? He is wronged by the main antagonistic force, and therefore he becomes antagonistic toward the antagonist and has to step into the hero role. Very good. Very different from a standard call to action, but effective nonetheless. Okay, we introduce all these family dynamics, and these are useful. The grandfather who's looking away is interesting and fun. His quota might prove a burden on the rest of you. I'm not sure what that means. I think they're all doing his work, her father's work for him. Otherwise, something bad will happen to the father. All right, Grandpa being like, yeah, they should be dating. Like, why are they not dating? And we bring up Tatsuya as set up for the future. Very cool. I love this whole scene where she's like, hey, motherfucker, talk to me. Hey, motherfucker, talk to me. And Doggy. Doggy is bad. Doggy is scary. Shun acts immediately. Shun grabs Doggy. Shun strangles Doggy. Shun doesn't know what to do. And this guy arrives to save the day. Ah, well, this thing that you've gotten is pretty cool. I'm going to take it. I'm also going to take this dog. Oh, no, he doesn't even take it. He leaves it be. He just sees it and looks at it and understands what it's for. And that's the whole idea, right? Mining weapons. Mining tools as weapons. Perfect. And he takes the dog for his tummy, for his belly. Wonderful. So they run into each other without knowing who each other are. Very good. And then they will run into each other once more. And that's very cool too. I think this shot is great. I think the water looks awesome. The way that it's like and sparkling up is really cool. And I think that the swans, geese, whatever they are, look really good too. And the way that they plop into the water and stuff is honestly genuinely spectacular. This is fucking spectacular. This is movie level stuff. 1983, first OVA. It's pretty fucking good looking. I mean, I know that there was stuff of similar quality being drawn decades earlier in film production level stuff. We know that. We watched some of it in various things that we've watched in OVAdrive. But wow. I love how Grandpa's like, aren't we getting in the way? Shouldn't they be having a date? And she's like, don't be nosy. Cute. Spaceships, space stations, locations. And the arrival of a special lady. She does a special lady run. Oh, she's pretty. She looks exactly like the character from Galaxy Express 999. I don't mind that too much. It's just fine. Ah, what's this? Ting-a-ling-a-ling, and somebody throws a piece of rubble debris. What could it be? I wonder if we can actually find the guy with that cap on in the audience. Yeah, I just don't know. Okay. Man, people begin fucking running and they begin grabbing randos. Grab randos, put them in cuffs. That's not right. Take the handcuffs off. I've done nothing wrong. And so we bring him to him. And he's already got all his information. Age 17, no record. I didn't do anything. This is a malicious request. And he seems to be okay with this. I understand. I'll let you go. Nope, he escaped. Okay, can I go home? Your brother was the mastermind behind the Bartholomew incident. How interesting. How odd. I'd love to know more about it. This is the Bartholomew incident, right? The train crashes. The thing that's spectacular here, pay attention to every figure within this train. They're all flat gray figures, but they are all painted with character animation, character designs and stuff. And moving on ones and twos, we move past them and they're all three-dimensionally present in space. As we turn the camera past them, We hold them in the positions that they are holding. That guy's arm is relevant to his positioning. That guy's position next to the other guy is relevant. All of the boards and beams of the outside of the thing, whatever they are relevant to the three-dimensional positioning of this train. That means that they organize three-dimensionally where they're going to place every character in this train and then use the flat layers to actually produce that feeling and carefully, meticulously redrew each character differently as we move past it. That's one of the most bonkers pieces of animation that I have ever seen. Conceptually. In terms of actual result, I don't think it's worth it. In terms of accomplishing this result, I don't think it's worth it. But as a concept, making this flashback scene happen and making it as high fidelity as they can, choosing to put that fidelity into the like semi-realism of the three-dimensionality of this train going by is bonkers. And then it just continues as we actually crash the whole thing with momentum to it, significant momentum to it, explosions, crash, shatter, debris, and all in this limited sepia tone palette. Fan-fucking-awesome. Extremists were behind it. Great. But they were punished leniently. I would rather not do that. I don't understand it. Lenient measures will only encourage the extremists. You have to be harder upon them in order to accomplish your goal. My purpose? Create order. My way of creating order? Any means necessary. And we have our problem. This guy is not okay with the way that the police currently work, is not okay with the way that the powers that be punish criminals, and has his own particular goal that he wants to reach. That's maybe not exactly the same goal as the people he's given power by. He is at odds both with the people below him and with the people above him. He's alone. And so he's going to make some bad decisions. And I can't fucking wait. You are his brother. I'd like to hear more from you. And so we're going to lock you in a box. Hey, welcome to the box. Here are your friends. Okay, do you know why I came all the way here? You missed me. Nope, Dad is worried about you. Your reputation sucks. Why? I can't serve my term indifferently. If this continues, the new world our ancestors built will be destroyed. But he's the one causing it, right? His authoritarian policies are destroying them. The settlers are full of themselves. Nope, they just want to be treated like human beings. The officials are completely corrupt. Below me, above me, right? Both bad. I have to do this on my own. My authority is the only just authority. This is the sort of thinking that leads military leaders and police leaders to engage in a coup, to take over the government, to gain more power, right? I do things right. They don't do things right. They're corrupt. I won't be corrupt. I'll be dedicated. Terrifying. Terrifying. Way worse than corrupt. You must be exhausted. And then they hug. It's kind of cute. Boom! He's here and we're free and we've escaped and it's really cool and it's using the same loader thing that he used before. This shot is really neat. Running around, hallways, shadows. Ah, escaped. Okay, crying. He's not back. Hey, I'm bringing your son back. Very good. Well, it's interesting. He's Tatsuya's brother. And Grandpa says, don't tell us anything about it. Get the fuck out. And he says, sure. Well, I'll tell you what was actually up. It was a police conspiracy. They blamed Tatsuya. If you want to come with me, you can do what you want. We'll never get over our sense of bitterness. And he goes with him. Shun, don't get involved with that guy. And he goes anyway. Well, we close on that scene so that we don't know, but then we find out in a moment. Okay, this running scene is ingenious. We get this high tension music. Snares going, right? Bap, 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 bap. Shadows running. Sprint. Jumping down flights of stairs and crumbled rubble. Running through areas, meeting a location. And bam, it's time to put our plan into action. So they go out on this cool zoomy chase to show some cool stuff. She gets to see Dallos, which is crazy that she gets to see it. We show this big shoot. This is a crucial element in the actual story of Moon is the Harsh Mistress. There's a big cannon that they have that lets them shoot, I think it's big container loads of grain or something like that to Earth, right? And then over the course of the story, I don't know if this is what's going to happen in Dallos, which is why I feel confident in talking about it, because it's just background context for a different story. They commandeer the space catapult and use it to threaten the Earth, right? We will launch big chunks of rocks at your city centers if you don't give us rights. And it's super great. It's super great that they do that. Very cool. But here they're doing it to that, and we're maintaining a prosperity that way. And then this is just out of nowhere. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, there's a giant face that nobody knows about over there. And he is so dismissive of it. The settlers have created and worshipped their own god. How did they fucking create it? I thought you said nobody knew who created it or how. Because that doesn't look man-made. And also, it's way outside of the settlers. What the fuck? Within half a century of settlement, they created a god and legends to go with it? I don't think so, dog. Okay, so he talks about the dangerous of this situation and uses how dangerous the job is to justify oversight. This is so deeply interesting. The thing that these people are doing is dangerous, so we can't trust them to do it on their own. We need to lord over them for their own safety. What a clever justification for authoritarianism. The people, it is the classic philosophical justification for authority. People without authority looking over them are not smart enough to act in their own best interest. The government must step in and choose for them. How very interesting. How very interesting. It's how planned economies work, right? People are too stupid to make economic decisions in their best interests and in the best interests of the group. That's why the tragedy of the commons exists. And so you can use things like the tragedy of the commons to justify planned economies. But it doesn't work. Planned economies don't work. They don't work. They never work. They've never worked. They'll probably never work. That level of authoritarian control, of centralization over a deeply decentralized individual process is failing. It will fail. It will always fail, and it will fail without fail. Sorry to anybody who believes in planned economies. You're wrong. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It never works. The amount of overhead that has to be, the amount of waste that's produced in every planned economy is immense. Immense. But this is the justification. It's the same justification. The only way to keep them safe is unrelenting oversight. How do they feel about that? Not great. Oh man, the way that this turn happens is awesome. He moves the arm, whips it around, and we see that he's the one inside. Grab! Yoink! And all these mechas show up and just start bashing into this ship, grabbing chunks out of it. It's so good looking, too. It looks really good as all this stuff tears apart and it gets shredded and torn at. It's so cool. It's so cool. Just grabbing stuff. These fighters look awesome. The way they swoop and swish through the scene is amazing. It's a little bit later. We've been duped. Get in the suits. Great. Look at these fighters. They look so cool. Oh, man. And then this. Oh. He's not fully normalized. Boom. Not in his full pressure suit yet. Explode and dead. And she watches it happen. Holy shit. Of course, she doesn't get depressurized when she's grabbed by a giant robot arm with spikes on it, but that's okay. I don't mind that one bit. Grabs her, yoinks her. He gets out, she does not. And then we get this. Okay, so this is one of those zip and zooms. I love that we see the people inside. It moves at different rates, right? It's like, and mostly it's the background moving, but it's really cool. It turns so fast. All on ones to get that big speedy turn. It's really good looking. This whole thing, dodging bullets and shit. I mean, it's dumb. This is dumb, right? This is dumb, but it is a dope climactic action scene at the same time. And so I will hand wave my suspension of disbelief and be totally fine here because it's cool. And cool things get the rule of cool. He ejects, shoots his fucking thing, this drill into a fighter plane and takes it down. And it's just the craziest idea. And, you know, away he heads, and we talk about it later, and we start building more mechs and talk to the girl. Great. We're taking you as a hostage. We have reasons to do so. All this shit is bad, and they start telling their truth to her. And we'll see what she thinks about it, and whether she will be changed to believe them. Because she might be the only person that Alex might listen to. Or, maybe more interestingly, even if she gets convinced, he might turn on her and view her as corrupted by this sentiment. Corrupted by chaos, even. Moving against myself. How could you betray us, our people, our ancestors, our family? How could you betray us? And she goes, how could you betray these humans? that are humans that you should be serving and protecting. And that's a good conflict between brother and sister, who I think they are. Wonderful. This episode is great. The story is really good. The show is great. It looks great. It looks cool. The music's awesome. It seemed well paced and well put together. Look at me being shocked. This is fucking good. Hey, who would have thought that the first OVA might be one of the better OVAs? That's kind of cool. You know, I kind of expected to watch this and be like, well, this is the first one. Probably going to be kind of a novelty. Probably going to be kind of shit, and we'll be able to, you know, enjoy it in the sense of looking at something from the deep past. It's like, oh, that's very interesting. Sure, I understand. You know, like reading an old story. You know, the Epic of Gilgamesh. You read it and you're like, well, this is a pretty on the nose, pretty straightforward story. But it's cool because it's a historical artifact, right? That's what I expected from Dallos. I'm wrong. Dallos is genuinely, presently, in the present day, present time, watchable and interesting. I would not have thought as much. There have been other more recent OVAs that we've watched that have been less watchable and interesting than this one. And that is a testament to the talent of the people involved, to the creative mind of Hisayuki Toriumi, and the creative genius and directorial genius, of course, of Mamoru Oshii. Fan-fucking-tastic all the way through. Awesome. I'm going to wrap there, and we're going to pick up Dallos next week. It seems like there might be a lot to talk about in each of these episodes, so I'm glad I said I would do just the first one today, because we're already well past an hour into this discussion. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this as much or even close to as much as I have, because I thought it was great, and I hope that maybe I've introduced some of you to a cool thing that you might not have known about or might have heard about but never actually watched, because it's the kind of thing that ends up on people's watch lists because they're like, well, I guess I have to watch this at some point. It's got historical significance. And then they're like, well, but this new shonen came out, so I'll watch that instead. You know, things happen, and I'm not putting shade on you for that at all. But hopefully, a few people who had it, that planned to watch in the sometime, might watch it with me and get onto this cool train real soon. And hopefully this train doesn't explode like the one in Bartholomew. Okay, that's a wrap. See you next week for more early access on the Patreon. Likes, comments, and subscribes. See you next time. Peace.